Hello and welcome everyone to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. We are at the case of the Kew Garden murder? Question mark? It all started out with us just wanting some flowers for some bee experiments, but turns out a murder might have taken place at the Kew Gardens, and it is up to us, of course, to figure out what happened exactly. In order to do that, though, we have to look at the archives for a bunch of things. For this symbol of a broken pot, we have to... There's another symbol for flower pots. And then look up some exotic plants. Okay. You have a letter here. Probably from our previous case. Dear Mr. Holmes, I have finally found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find the words to express my gratitude for your kindness. On that terrible day, I believed my life to be ruined, but at the same time I realized there to be one person in the world who truly loved me and who I loved in return. His name we both know. He is Captain Jack Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live. Even if we cannot be together in the end, none of this could have happened without you, Mr. Holmes. Yours sincerely, Mary Brackenstall. That's very nice. She's doing well. Good to hear. But we don't care about that. We care about rare botany, blood tests, chemistry. Oops. Not newspapers. Poisons and toxic hemlock?
That is not the one I need.
Do we have digitalis?
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
Wounds and injury. Criminalistic.
That is not the one I need.
Martial arts. Marks and symbols.
That is not the one I need.
Okay, Dione Carnivorous, Calina Inebriare, Florem Diabolica, Chromolaena Odorata, Pruno Serotina, Liamphoras Tipuis, Biblis, and Genisea Violacea. Okay, nailed that pronunciation.
That is not the one.
Maybe it is in the newspapers. Really, lots of references in here, but don't see. Okay, well, there must be something that I'm missing. Chemistry, blood test.
That is not the one I. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That.
Okay, I'm a little bit.
That is not. That
I'm
is
just
not the
clicking
one
through
I
them
need.
now.
That is not the one I need.
3 steps to surviving a waterfall. Wonder what that is referencing.
That is
London
not the
garden
one I need.
supplies. These we might need these. I will just go through these now.
That is that that is not that 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 is not the one I
It
need.
must be in the newspapers.
That
Art club, flying lobsters. Study in Scarlet. First,
that is
Sherlock Holmes
that is
novel. Very good, by the way.
That is not that is not that is not that is that is not that is that is not that that is not that is not the one I need.
Oh, there's another section, encyclopedias. Well, oh, botany. That probably helps.
That is not the one I need.
There. Okay. I'm certainly not the greatest detective. I'm pretty tired today, so that's my excuse for not seeing that there's another section. These plants have a certain toxicity in common, more or less variable. Here we have. They're the. Yeah, these seem very familiar. Only the first three can be dangerous to humans, particularly Florum diabolica, but only under specific conditions. The plant should react to a process of aggression against which it will use deadly spores.
Here it is.
Okay. So, took me a while. The killers may be those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Very possible. Okay, let's see if we can find out about this later. That is probably more like marks and symbols, right? The Divine Syndicate. The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration. The members of this syndicate worshipped Trewan, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world. So generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
That is interesting. Oh, let's look for the symbol of the exhibition pot. London Garden Supplies. There we go. Seymour's Garden Equipment and Supplies. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape, gardening, and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sand, soil, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need.
Here it is.
Then we have a address. That's good. And that may be it. So, what do we do with that now? Fine. Oh, do I maybe have to go on to the map?
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Apparently not.
Someone should take Toby for a walk.
Well, you
Have
do
you
that.
found something interesting?
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Oh, he ate the newspaper. All that happens. Okay. Find this still. Okay. Inspect Kew Gardens staff building. Find out who killed Mr. Montague Dunn. Well, I guess we return to Kew Gardens then. Right? Do have some Albert's ambition. Nothing new here though. Well, we have something more to talk, so that's always a good sign.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before. And now, all of a sudden, he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Okay. That's a statement. We heard about that kind of rivalry before.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
You do not tend to joke.
Ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Well, let's talk to Albert and see if we can get the keys. He's still here, yeah.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Okay.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Okay.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Is helpful. Maybe we can break into the cloakroom.
Locked.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Director's desk. Letter. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. Ah. So... She was on very good terms, at least from what we heard with Dunn. Now this sounds very different. Gives her also a reason to kill. A motive, as it is called. I was looking for that word. But that's interesting, because now all three of them have
Newspapers
a
discussing
motive.
Kew Gardens.
The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Okay. Oop. Ghost doors.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste. French wine, a remarkable vintage.
We also heard that he had an alcohol problem, but he definitely liked the fancier types of alcohol.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Anything else here on the walls? No. Huh, I don't know. Let's just see if I can hear anything. Don't see or hear anything. Oh, I see. Okay. Put 2 here. Okay. 2, 2. Okay. 2, 2, 3. Figured it on. You know, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. 2, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nailed it. What do we have here? We have a letter. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and save the most extraordinarily precious and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish to use them for a dubious purpose. This divine syndicate, of whom you speak, have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14, 1889. I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permission to these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Boodles on Tuesday, as always. Montague Dunn. So maybe we can look up that case in our archive that he's talking about. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them imprisoned. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so. The Divine Syndicate. Maybe he cheated them somehow out of those plans?
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dunn. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street, an educational scholarship at the London University. Credits opened at Hamilton, Redigan House Tailors, and at Baird and Sons Luxury Jewelers. Interesting. So she was also in debt. Let's see if we can. That doesn't go. Okay, what does this say? Miss White and Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Montague Dunn was planning to release Miss White from her position at Kew Gardens. Yes. Very, very interesting. And there's this whole business with the syndicate.
Locked.
Oh, look, let's look. Oh, there. There we have something.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But
I
why
see.
would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Oh. Someone wants to kill someone.
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. Several drops of the
Okay. Oh, we need Toby for this again. Nice. He's the true greatest detective. University of Cambridge.
botany book. This student's book belongs to Albert.
Okay. Well, we do know that he studied botany, just wasn't excited about it.
Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
Well, they sure did, at least.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals.
But I mean, it could also just be for fertilizers.
It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
That is not a surprise, but good to know.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Oh, shut up.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is
Remarkable.
quite a modern laboratory.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
Okay, that's interesting.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants do respond to their environment and have a form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
So they're both potentially aware of the effect of the
Chemicals.
plants.
A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
Book, we need Toby.
Locked.
This one is... Oh, that's the
Albert
cloakroom.
Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
That's what I thought. There we go. Let's go do that methodically. Start with this. Oh, this one I can move. Oh, that is tricky. That is. See, it's probably what we need. So kind of like this. That means we need something. This one. Ooh, this could be tricky. Looks better, but that doesn't fit on that side. So this could work. There. Oh, we did it!
Open.
We are quite the locksmith.
Miss White's locker.
Let's look around.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
Dear Mother and Father, I'm writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage it in the long term. I know that we have had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money? Okay.
Apparently,
Confirms
Miss
the
White is a
financial
capable
issues.
student.
She is very good at her studies, though.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Are those the jewels probably that
A
she
vanity
got
purse. It is of high quality.
that added to the debt that she had with Dunn? Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all of these years that have passed since you left and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you choose to do so now. We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromised their reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Ooh, please. That is very rough. Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honor if you might accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. Aha! Albert may have helped her out. Let's just see what we can connect. Disagreement. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent upon Montague Dunn's wealth. Seems like that, yeah. Doesn't look good for Miss White.
Martin Hamish's locker. A review
Botanical
on
magazine.
rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
So he's the expert in the field. Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens obliged me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letter, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunn was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and so I was happy to comply. But now the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, so that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead, and free my mind from this uncertainty. So he
Martin
wanted the
Hamish
management
studied chemistry. Interesting.
position, and like he would know a lot about these plants that were potentially used to kill Montague Dunn.
Father and I. Kew Gardens.
That is interesting. So he deeply
Albert's
cares about
locker.
Kew Gardens. There's something.
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
They seem to get along.
Might be some romance going on. He is really into boats. Sound like L. Ron Hubbard.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea. A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examination, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunn, has expressed his intention to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanical Gardens in Kew, and it is clear that he would not release you from an entire year of naval training. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Okay, so Montague Dunn blocked his career path and his passion. That is also interesting. Okay. Nothing new here. Now we have some things to talk about. We have something to look up in our archives. We have still the... Okay. Let's talk to Miss White again.
Locked.
Oh. We weren't able to get in here either before, so that is interesting.
This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
So it's very clear that Hamish is a clear expert in
This
field.
poster
He
is
knows
for
what
an
he's talking
exhibition
about.
that Martin Hamish was directing. But it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens.
Let's see.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Okay, so could he...
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Interesting.
An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year. A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
Yeah, he is very decorated.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
We have here... else. Doesn't seem that way. So he could have seen Montague Dunn in the Royal Gardens, but I'm not sure if anyone else has access to this. At the very least, Albert would have, right? Because he has the keys. I'm not sure if he had the keys before Dunn died. Oh.
It is a bust of Montague Dunn.
Oh, there.
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
Looks like it.
Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Huh. Thrown away here.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
Are there windows? No. Nothing here.
Locked.
Okay. Here we... Okay. So I think next time we will talk to Miss White, but for now we will take a break from our investigation. Thank you for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. If you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please check out the Patreon link down below, and I will be back with more Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.